Tell me, was it worth it? My heavy heart is broken. Worth it? You're telling me my heavy heart is open. Anyway, baby, it's so much time. I feel just like a foolish. I have done with stupid losers. Why I'm low, 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 low. Why I'm low, 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 low. I swear we'll be better than I was. I thought that I was special and we will be together, but it never been so long. And now I'm low, 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 low. I swear we'll be better than I was. I thought that I was special and we will be together, but it never been so long. Heaven is shining down rays of gold. Cover me with your light, take me home. Forever keep shining.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. Thursday today, and we're gonna be taking a small break from our Unreal Engine introductory course, and we're gonna talk about Unreal Engine Fortnite today because I've been getting asked a ton of questions about it. So I'm gonna be showing you Unreal Engine Fortnite. I'm gonna be talking about what you need to create a map, how you can start, and what are the requirements so that you can create an Unreal Engine Fortnite map. I'm just gonna lower the volume of the music over here. Maybe I'm gonna change that one. That's like dubstep or something. There we go. So yeah, Renatón, ¿qué onda? Thank you for being here. So Thursday is the English class. Thank you for being here. Right, so let's start again. Unreal Engine Fortnite. So what do you need to actually start working on Unreal Engine Fortnite? First of all, you're gonna need an Epic Games account, and you're gonna have to download the Epic Games store. So once you have the Epic Games store, you just have to search over here for Fortnite, and you're gonna find Fortnite, the game. You need to have the game in order to use Unreal Editor for Fortnite. And you're also gonna find the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. So this is basically a free product. You just need to add it to your cart, and that's it. And you're gonna be able to download it. It's about 70 gigs, so you're gonna need some space besides the 70 something gigs for the game. So you're gonna need in total like 140, 150 gigs so that you can start working on Unreal Engine Fortnite. So that's the first thing. Then second, you have to apply for a creator account on Fortnite. So you just have to go to create.fortnite.com. Once you're here, you're gonna have to log in, and you have to basically ask for creator permission, and that's about it. And that is going to connect your account as well to Epic Games, your Fortnite account to Epic Games, and it's gonna do some sort of a link. Hola Nanzuka, thank you for being here. And in order to publish a map, you need different requirements now. you need to spend at least, well, in the last 3 months, there needs to be a total of 75 US dollars that you need to spend in assets or whatever inside of the Fortnite game. Once you have that, you're gonna be able to apply and sign up for the creator permission for Epic Games. So that's about it. And also your Epic Games account needs to be at least 3 months old so that you can publish any sort of experiences in the Unreal Engine Fortnite. So those are the requirements, the basic requirements, so that you can start creating stuff for Unreal Engine. Once you have your account set up, you have to sign a bunch of documents because you need to agree to some terms and services, and also they need your what is that, tax information and all of that, because if you're gonna get paid doing this, they need that information before you actually even publish the first map. So you're gonna have to go through that. It's super easy. You just follow the instructions and that's it. You're gonna be able to finish that super fast. And then you're in. Once you're in here, you're gonna be able to find on the bottom left in the creator portal some really good links that are going to help you to start your journey in Unreal Engine. So if you check over here, it says resources, and you have the documentation, and you have the Unreal Engine Fortnite documentation. Let's go first to Unreal Engine Fortnite, because this is kind of important. So over here you have the instructions on how to download and install Unreal Engine Fortnite. That's super easy. And then you have your first hour in Unreal Engine, and this is a super fast-paced course about the basics of Unreal Engine, basically, because Unreal Engine Fortnite is basically a simpler version of Unreal Engine. So they are going to take you through the editor, working with content, like importing content from the content browser, from the Fab Marketplace, or another I don't know, like marketplace, and get it into the game. Then how to open a session for to play test your game. Then you're gonna go over landscaping tools. Then you're gonna go over some of the basics of the modeling tools, and then materials. Then you're gonna go over the basics of the Niagara VFX system. Then a little bit about lights and props. Post-processing with the post-process volume. We talked about that on probably the second or third Unreal Engine intro live. And then super small intro to Sequencer. Sequencer is what you use in Unreal Engine to do the cinematics or animations for any specific scene, to tell a story or do something else. Then you have some skeletal animation using Sequencer, and you have, that's it, that's about everything. And this is basically, over the course of an hour, you're gonna be able to go over the basics. It's super fast paced. So if this is too fast for you and you have a lot of questions, you can go to my YouTube channel or find info on YouTube from other people about Unreal Engine and how to start in Unreal Engine. Because basically this is an overview of Unreal Engine. So once you have downloaded the Unreal Editor for Fortnite, you just have to open it over here on the left. You have the quick launch, and you just click on that one, and it's gonna run the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. So as you can see, it's basically loading Unreal Engine. It's the 5.3 version, and since Unreal Engine is open source, they modified some of the functions in Unreal Engine so that you can only do stuff within the parameters of Fortnite. So once we open it, we're gonna be greeted with the news. Make sure you double check on this news over here, because they actually showcase some really good assets sometimes. And also they give you information about the latest updates. They are doing constant updates to this Unreal Editor for Fortnite. So a lot of the things that you were able to do before, and some of the, I don't know, like the blueprints you use in the creative mode in Fortnite, not Unreal Editor, but just the Fortnite creative mode. Some of that stopped working after they did the change to Unreal. So just make sure to double check on that, to double check on the updates, and make sure that you understand what are the changes and something like that. You can run it with ChatGPT and just ask ChatGPT to give you a summary about it. This is the information about the eligibility change, that you need to be logged into Fortnite at least 30 days before applying. You have to spend at least 7 of the last 30 days editing islands in Fortnite, and you also have to spend $75 and stuff like that. They are changing the settings to publish maps basically in Fortnite. So you gotta make sure that you comply with that. So just play Fortnite, do maps, and you're gonna be able to publish anything. Why are they doing that? Because there were a lot of people like publishing stuff, and maybe they just spent an hour trying to do a map. So it was something super basic or just a test, and well, it wasn't like quality checked. So they want to keep it in the best way possible, most of the maps that are going to be published. So you need at least 7 hours now in order to publish your first map. Here we go. So let's close that. After you close that, you have the interface of Unreal Engine where you can select the templates, so you can start any project. So over here, you're gonna be you're gonna be shown the projects you're working on, and the last ones you opened. So those are the projects, and then you have the templates, the island templates over here. In case you don't have any idea, or you don't have a specific idea of what you want to do, or you just want to play and start moving around, you can start using any of these templates over here. So let's say there's one that is called Fortilla Island, there's a Volcano Island, and there's a Canyon Island. So you can open any of these ones, and if that gives you a head start to what you're thinking about doing for your map, you can open any of these ones and then just edit that one. It's gonna be a little bit easier. And then you have, on the feature examples, you have some projects that are going to go over some of the settings for a parkour, for a detonation system, an elimination system, how to do a stronghold, and this is going to show you some information about the animations and how you can do different animations for Unreal Engine Fortnite, so you can take a look at those. This one, the device starter, I thought it would be about devices in Fortnite, but it's not. This is basically about bears, and bears is the programming language that you're gonna be using for Unreal Editor Fortnite. You don't have to use code, but if you want to do advanced stuff that is not included within the Fortnite, I don't know, like features, basic features, game features, you're gonna have to code some information over here. So that's about it. So let's open up a template and let's go over some of the basics over here. Basic information that you need to know about Unreal Engine Fortnite. Let's open, which one? The shark. Let's open up the Volcano Island. That one looks kind of interesting. Or Tropical Island. Yeah, let's open this one. Tropical Island. You select that one and then you select the name of your project. So let's make this one Tropical Island Demo. And over here is going to show you where that project is going to be saved. So let's create that one. We're going to use the Unreal Revision Control. And if you have a team, you can assign your team over here. Let's just create it because I'm working solo. And let's just wait a little bit. As any Unreal project, you have to compile shaders before you open it, and it's gonna take probably a bit, depending on the amount of stuff you have on this level, is going to take a bit to load. So there we go, we have our basic level over here. Let's just move. And as you can see, we have a beautiful river and some trees, and we have textures for the map, and that's about it. So what do we have over here? As you can see, if you were paying attention, Olis, welcome to Sita Cook. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So there we go. We have basically an Unreal Engine window. We have the outliner, we have the details. If we select anything over here, we're gonna be able to see the details over here below. And we have the transformation options over here. And we have the modes. We only have selection, landscape, foliage, modeling, and animation over here as the modes available for Unreal Engine Fortnite. And over here you can add stuff to the project. So you have basic shapes, you have cinematic, you have lights, you have visual effects, volumes, and place actors panel, and that's about it. So we have basically a lot of the options that we have in Unreal Engine. So if you've been paying attention to the lives before, you're gonna be able to, as of now, using the first 5 classes, you're gonna be able to use this Unreal Engine Fortnite editor, and that's it. That's all you need. You only need to know how to move stuff, how to add stuff, how to import stuff. And instead of having the mega scans Quixel bridge over here, we have the Fab marketplace. So we have the Fab button over here, and if we go to window, we also have the Fab marketplace over here. So if we want to import some stuff, we can just go over here to the Fab marketplace. How do we add stuff to our world? We just basically, we can, well, select first the free assets if you don't want to pay for any of the paid assets. And then you have a ton of assets that you can filter. And as you can see, we have some filters over here for the file size, the poly count, the vertex count, and that's about it. Why is that important? Because whenever you're working on any sort of project over here, as you can see over here, it says project size. This is the download size of your project once it's cooked. That means that the assets are uploaded into the server and ready for use. Once they are cooked, well, you only have a maximum of 499 megabytes as a maximum, so that you can work with assets over here on this map. So if you are using any of the content from, well, let's open up the content drawer. So if we go to the bottom left, we have the content drawer, and I'm gonna turn off maybe my camera. Where is my camera? Give me just a moment. There we go. So I'm gonna open it. We have the content drawer over here. And on the content drawer, we have a Fortnite map. So the Fortnite map basically has all of the items inside of Fortnite. And if you use any of these objects, any of the Fortnite objects, and they have a ton of objects. As you can see, we have walls and boxes and whatnot over here that you can use for the project. So if you have any sort of needs, make sure you go check here first. So if you find well, if you make a search for shark, you might actually find some sharks over here or stuff like that. So you just make sure you do some search before you import any of the objects. And it's gonna be better if you use the Unreal Engine stuff, because they are only referencing the information about Unreal Engine, and it's not like you're using a lot of the bucket for saving information. So if you use stuff that is being used by Fortnite, like this wall that I just added over here, it's only going to be referenced and it's not going to occupy a lot of the size of the project. So as long as you keep that in mind, you're going to be able to add a lot of stuff to your project. But yeah, it can go up pretty fast if you use non-compressed models and heavy stuff. It can go up super fast because it's only 499 gigs. And remember that whenever we've downloaded some of the assets, like for example from Megascans, they are Nanite enabled 8K objects, and they weigh around 1 or 2 gigs each. So yeah, just make sure that the content you're adding is compressed, and yeah, and it doesn't weigh a ton, because otherwise you're gonna end up with an unusable project. So just that one that is super basic. And then we have the basics again. It's all about Unreal Engine. You have the selection mode, you have the landscape mode, and the landscape mode basically is going to allow you to edit the landscape. It's preparing some of the shaders over here, and we have the different modes. We have sculpt, we have erase, smooth, ramp, flatten, erosion, and stuff like that. And we use it in the exact same way we use it in Unreal Engine. So if we wanted to, let's say, add some noise over here, let's just decrease the size of the brush over here in the brush size. And if we want to add some, let's just go a little bit closer, some noise over here, we can just paint it. And we can also increase the tool strength, and we're gonna be able to add some noise. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it with that. Let me just make it bigger. Where is the brush size? So if we use it, as you can see, it's changing some of the landscape over here, and it's adding changes as noise to the landscape. Or you can use the smooth tool so that you can smooth some of the edges over here and make them well, smoother. So there we go. The same settings we have in Unreal Engine, and the only difference over here in Fortnite is that you're gonna be restricted when it comes to the paint mode and the kinds of layers you have over here available to edit. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be hard so that you can get some other changes and some other materials other than the ones they have in the basic settings over here. So we have a forest layer, and we can paint some forest. I'm gonna show you again, this is how you paint. So we want forest over here, we paint more forest. Or if you want mud, you paint some mud, but that one is actually sand, but it's named mud. You can change the tool strength as well and decrease the brush size so that you can blend some of these textures a little bit better. So we have some sand and some grass and some whatever. And you also have the, oh, this is no foliage, and this is some gravel. So you can paint that over here. As you can see, those are the options we have for this map. But whenever you're creating a landscape, like a basic landscape, we go to manage and we add a new landscape on top of this one. If you do another landscape, well, basically you're gonna be limited as well to the basic materials for Fortnite that you have for the landscape mode. So that's about it. Nothing too crazy. The foliage mode, that one doesn't work quite well. it's not working. So there isn't a way to, if you remember, foliage mode allows you to add a ton of different trees and different objects and paint them, and you can decide if you want to paint them on angles, or if you want to paint them only whenever the landscape is flat, or you can decide to paint them on specific layers of the ground. So you have many options when it comes to foliage mode, and you select basically any sort of tree, and you can paint it as many times as you want, and it's a process that is a lot easier than adding these trees one by one. But that foliage mode is still experimental and it doesn't work. So the only way you have to add trees right now is adding them one by one to your map. So that's kind of a pain if you're trying to get some of the detail and some of that, I don't know, like realistic look for the map you're doing, if you're doing a super realistic experience. But yeah, those are the options right now. And then you have the modeling tool. The modeling mode, it's a little bit better than the modeling mode that we have on Unreal Engine. You have more shapes, and you have the options to extrude, revolve, and inset, and you can do a lot of things over here that you are not able to do in Unreal Engine. And that's, I think, because they I don't know, they created something different for Fortnite, so you can create some of your assets, and you can bake the stuff over here and add it to the project, and it's gonna be I don't know, like added super easy into your project. So that's it. And then you have the animation mode, so that you can select some of the poses. If you have a mannequin, you select the mannequin, and then you change some of the poses and stuff like that. These are just the basics of Unreal Engine and Fortnite. So we have, then let's go over here to what else do we have different. We don't have, yeah, I think we don't have like a lot of different things over here. There are static meshes, there is a landscape, and oh, the island settings. If you start a project from scratch, from an empty map, and you go to launch a session, which is play testing your game, that's super easy. You just have to click on this button over here, and it says launch session, and it's going to ask you to save the changes that you haven't saved, and then it's going to create a session in the server, and it's a matchmaking session. So we're just gonna have to wait for that. It takes a bit so that you can start a playtesting session, but it's basically going to open up Fortnite, and it's going to allow you to play this map that you're working on and make sure that everything is going well and as expected. So if you start from scratch, there is something that you're not going to have, and this is this device over here. It's the island settings. So the island settings are super important because they define how the game is played. If you don't have this on the world, if we go and focus on that one, it's over here at the bottom with the rest of stuff. You're not gonna be able to enter play mode whenever you're starting a session in Fortnite. So I'm gonna show you what happens now that you start the session. As you can see, it says session loading over here, and then this one says loading into your edit session. And this is basically opening up Fortnite. I love this about the Fortnite editor, and is that it is real-time communication between the Epic Games Unreal Engine Fortnite and the Fortnite game. I'm gonna show you how that works in a bit. It's still loading. As you can see right now, it's a room with trees, and that just means it's loading. As you can see over there on the top left, it says edit mode downloading. So just wait, be patient, and then after that is going to enter into the game. So here we go. This is the map we're working on. And that's about it. So you can see we can use the same functions from Fortnite the character is going to move exactly as it does on the game. So you don't have to like program any sort of movement into this. You just have to create the map and let the game do what it does, and that's about it. So what is one of the cool things that we have over here? Right now we are in play mode, but we can go and end the game. Again, if you cannot see that option, it's because you are not in edit mode. Oh, you don't have the island setting, sorry. So I'm just gonna fly, double, okay, and then let's fly up. And we can change the flight speed with C. Why do we appear like super far away? Because probably the player spawner is like super far away. So let's just go and move, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by real-time connection between the Fortnite editor and the game. So the game, you know, has the editor mode. So we can select a tree from this using our phone, and we can place it over here. And if we go to Unreal Engine, as you can see, that the tree that we just added is what was it? I think it was this one. Yeah, it's this one over here. So I can go and move the map, well, the tree from this section to this section over here, and go back to Fortnite. And as you can see, that the tree now it's all the way on the back. So that's real time, and that is super nice, because if you're working with different people, and some of them might not be as good as I don't know, as a game developer on Unreal Engine Fortnite, they can just jump into the game and start working what they can do in the creative mode. If they are used to the creative mode of Fortnite, they are gonna be able to help you from inside the game. So you can have a hybrid team of people that are used to creating experiences using the game, and a team that is well, a group of people that is good using Unreal Engine, and that is gonna be easier for them using Unreal Engine, and they can collaborate and work on a map, and that's super nice because all of the changes are made in real time. So if I place again another tree over here and I go to Unreal Engine, we're gonna be able to find that there is a tree over there. There we go. So we have a tree over there. So that's super nice. So it allows you to work with people and work with a team that in a seamless way. So that's super nice. Again, if you're done over here, you can start the game. And if we start the game, we go into the game, but we're gonna go in play mode, not edit mode. And if you end the game, you're gonna go out of the play mode and go into edit mode. There we go. And it's super important that you test your game, because sometimes it's hard to measure if you're trying to do, I don't know, like an obstacle course, how far something is from something else. Again, a tip is using mannequin. If you have questions about how big something is, you can add your mannequin over here and get an idea of what's the size of the character inside the world, so you can shape everything else. I think that's not the correct mannequin as well. Is that the one? Okay. So something else. The Fortnite folder has a ton of objects, and some of them they cannot be placed or cannot be used because they are other stuff. So basically, if you want to use the settings, the objects that you can use and place on the game without having to reference them by something else, you can use some filters over here. So if we go to the content browser and you go over here to the filters, then you go to miscellaneous, and if you go to the bottom, you're gonna be able to find some stuff that says Fort item definition, Fort place set item, Fort place set prop item definition, Fort trap item definition. So you just enable those, and it's going to only show the items that you're gonna be able to place on your world, and not have to configure or reference them by something else. If we disable the filters, we're gonna be able to find the folders, and you're gonna be able to find more stuff, and not all of them can be used. As you can see, we have those resources tables, and if we go to the meshes over here, we have some background meshes, some parking lot decals, and you have a ton of stuff. If you go to galleries and you go to any of these sections over here, you're gonna be able to find a ton of different stuff. So we have the castle prop, we have the dusty depot, we have the industrial gallery. So just make sure you go and check for each one of these things over here, and if you find something that you like, you add it and you can scale it. And by scaling stuff, you can also change a lot of the look on some of the items. For example, if you drag a cliff, let's just go back to Fortnite, the very top. So we have some cliffs over here that we can add. But if you change this size, you could create something different. So just let your imagination run wild over here and start adding some stuff, and use that to do like the level bounds of your game. So it's gonna look a lot different. And again, this goes back. Oh, we haven't talked about that, but on the curse, there are some static meshes that usually you add, like super far away, so you can give some nice detail to the world, even though you'll never be able to reach over there. You are giving people, I don't know, like an idea that there's something else over there, or making it look different because just water looks like super weird. So over here, these ones are backdrops and they are static meshes, and again, the player is not gonna be able to reach them ever, but they give you some sort of definition for the landscape, and it doesn't look like infinite blue like this section over here that looks like kind of weird. So try to add some of those details and play with the prompts that you have over here. And again, if I can give you any advice, go to the documentation. Let's go back to this part over here. Again, go to documentation on the create.fortnite.com, and you're gonna be able to open up the first hour on Unreal Engine, or you can find other information about the building basics, using devices, and this one is made for Fortnite Creative, but they've been making changes to the documentation so that you can do some changes as well on Unreal Engine Fortnite. It's not done yet, but they are adding like super good information about here. And probably the section that you're gonna be studying the most are the devices section, because some of these devices, they basically define how the game works, and you have a ton of different stuff over here to make different games on on Fortnite. So for example, we have the timer devices. There we go. So we have time devices and timer devices, objective devices, and if you want to work on some kind of game that is a racing game, you're gonna be using these ones. And over here it shows you the information about the devices, how they work, and it gives you the information on how to use them. So devices, they do most of the work for you. If you don't have any coding skills, just go into devices all the time. So timer devices, time objective, and what's the other one? Well, there's all kind of devices over here, like the guard spawner, HUD. So you have many options over here, and also the storm one. Oh, what happened here? Storm. You have the storm controller devices over here, and there is an advanced one and a basic one, and they allow you to use basically 50 different regions for storms. If you want to kind of make people go from one place to the other in your map and stuff like that, you can use those storm controllers devices that you have over here. So basically the devices are a lot of the functions that exist in Fortnite, and they are coded, and you just have to change the settings. So we have information over here about the time objective devices, transmitters. Some of them have videos, most of them not, but they show you how to use them. For example, the time objective devices, they allow you to do something like this. Whenever you go in Fortnite and open up a vault, well, you kill the guards, and then the guards give you the access card, and then the access card opens up a vault, and the vault takes some time to open. So this behavior, you don't have to code it, you just have to use a time objective device, and that's about it. So you connect the objective to a different kind of object and make it work. We have the timer devices. We want to work on some sort of diffuse option for a bomb and try to do a counter strike within Fortnite. You can use that one. And if you wanna guard some areas in your map, you're gonna use the guard spawner devices. So a lot of the stuff is available over here, so just make sure to go and read about it. There is no better way, I think, right now, unless you go to YouTube. I haven't searched YouTube really if they have like super good and complex tutorials about doing a specific thing in Fortnite. I think a lot of people are just saving that information for themselves. But yeah, many of the things you want to do in a game, they are made through devices. So just make sure you have the devices over here. As you can see, we have the level loader devices. A lot of the tycoons, they are using level loader devices, and they load a different section whenever you go on a different door or stuff like that. So you're gonna want to use that instead of having to code that within Fortnite editor. So yeah, devices, they do most of the work for you. Then it's just a matter of making your imagination run wild over here. But you can spawn basically anything you've seen. Well, if you haven't played a lot of Fortnite, like I haven't, you're gonna have to do some digging. But basically, they've done a ton of different seasons, and they've allowed different mechanics and behaviors, and they have a ton of stuff over here in those folders, and they are from all of the seasons they created on Fortnite. So as you can see, they even have effects and they have some music stuff. And they have a ton of different plants and rocks, shrubs. So, they even have like waterfalls. So those are all of the different seasons they've made and all of the different sections they have on the map on Battle Royale. They have all of that over here so that you can use them. So you have a ton of stuff to use over here. You even have the particles. And then you have the props, a ton of props, so that you can decorate your houses and your stuff. So this is super nice. They had, I think, do they have the sci-fi here? Oh, it's I need to go over here at the top. Always go to the Fortnite folder. Oh, there we go. So you have, I learned that they had a Tron season for the Tron movie. So they have a ton of sci-fi stuff like this, and it looks super nice. So you can add many things from different collaborations with movies and games, and they are all over there. I remember they had more. I don't know what happened here. But yeah, as you can see, they have like super nice assets over here. I paid probably like 8 grand. I'm not sure if it's 8 grand for most of the stuff they have on. Oh man, I forgot the name of that library. But basically, they do super amazing assets and collections for buildings. They do like a ton of buildings and scenarios and oh man, what's the name of that one? I don't know. I'm gonna find it for the next live. But yeah, instead of paying for stuff like this, for these kind of nice buildings, you can just get them for free from all the Fortnite content. Recommendations, I think I'm done with recommendations. Most of the stuff you want to do in the game, if you want to do a racing game, it's over there. If you want to do a football game, it's over there. If you want to do a capture the flag game, it's over there on devices. If you want to do I don't know, like a time attack on something on an obstacle course, you have that over there. And that's about it. So yeah, you have many different things available, and you can use all of the cars and you can use all of the vehicles that they have available in Fortnite, and basically all of the assets. You can even use some of the characters. But yeah, you have many options over here. You can go crazy with the options. And that's about it. I don't know if any one of you has any sort of question. I'd be happy to answer. It's 10 minutes until we're done with this. These are just the basics of Unreal Engine Fortnite. It's not a class per se. It's just an introduction to what's the editor. If you wanna know how to move on the scenario and how to work over here, just make sure you go watch the first 5 episodes or 5 lives I have on my YouTube channel about Unreal Engine, because that's all you need. And as you can see now that we have some assets over here, the project size is 1%. So I've used, with what I have on the screen right now, 1% of what I have available to use for this project. So just make sure you keep an eye on that. Make sure you prototype and start small, and then if you can expand your idea, do that, because you're gonna run out of space super quick. So just make sure you do that. And yeah, if maybe you wanted me to do a Unreal Engine Fortnite like intro course or something like that, let me know as well. I'll be happy to show you how to work inside Unreal Engine Fortnite, how to use some of the devices, how to do different functions over here, and because you need to also connect devices with the behavior or something else. There are triggers. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'll be happy to help you. And yeah, just make sure that the idea you do is polished enough and fun enough for people to play it. That's the basic advice. So as well, if you can add some assets not from Fortnite to customize your project and make it look a little bit different, I'm pretty sure people are gonna love that. Also, I've played a lot of different experiences and they don't have a specific set of instructions. You kind of have to wander around and find out what you have to do. So just make sure that you have that super clear for your player. And I haven't seen cinematics in any of the experiences I've played so far. I haven't played a ton, but I haven't seen any sort of cinematics. And that's something you can do with Unreal Engine Fortnite. You can even use a trigger box so that it plays a sequence, it moves a camera around and it tells a story or it shows you something. That would be probably the best way to let people know what your experience is about, instead of having them read a ton of text or stuff like that. If you don't know how to speak, I don't know, English or whatever, or any other language, there are many tools you can use so that they can use text to voice, and you can translate that one so that you can narrate your instructions to the player instead of having them read everything. And yeah, just go crazy, go back to basics. I have a ton of ideas in my head from the games I played on Nintendo 64. It was a while ago, so I'm iterating on those ideas I have on my mind. And it's super nice to use a platform that has users already, and some people might enjoy your experiences. So just make sure you stay creative on everything you're doing. So that's about it. I don't see any questions over here. Let me just double check the other chat. I just have some highs. Thank you for being over here. And that's about it. I have a project I've been working on, and if some of you would like to see that project, well, let me know. But basically, I'm working on a crazy, super crazy experience for Unreal Engine Fortnite, and I hope some of you are gonna enjoy that one. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up on any of my social networks and I'll be happy to help you. Oh man, I forgot to turn on my camera. There we go. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you very much for being here. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next Thursday and we'll continue with Unreal Engine. And what were we doing? I forgot. I think in the last live, we enabled our character to run and crouch. It was the same with just see black. Yeah. No, I have some light, so I look a little bit different now. So, but yeah. Thanks for being here. Have a good night, everyone.